The internet can be a weird place at times. At one moment, you could be educating yourself on old Wendy's employee training videos, and then you want to learn about the complex world of Super Mario Logan, and am presented with hell itself. Cursed images have existed on the internet, likely since early message boards, but the term was coined in 2015 on Tumblr. And if you search the term cursed image, right now on Google, you will likely find this image. A clown? Well, what if I told you that this was one of Aaron Fechter's many beautiful children? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, I'm going to ask myself, where did these images come from? I know for a fact that you've seen this photo before. Whether a friend showed it to you or you just stumbled upon it by accident, you've seen the Dick the Birthday Boy photo. The Dick in question is none other than Rich Evans of Red Letter Media, a movie review and production company. If you somehow don't recognize this bear, this is Billy Bob Broccoli of the Rockafire explosion. The shirt he's wearing was a birthday gift from his grandma, unaware of the double entendre she gifted him. There's a surprising amount of merchandise stemming from this one image, weirdly, but most of it's just low-quality screen prints of the words on this shirt. There is an action figure of it for some reason, and Red Letter Media actually sells their version of this shirt. So, if you want this for yourself for some reason, it should be in the description. Supposedly, there are 10 other photos of Rich Evans' 5th birthday party, but none of them have since resurfaced to my knowledge. And for good reason.
You may have noticed we've blurred all the photos in the video. Ones like this. You will never, ever see these photographs where they're only to be seen by us or any special guests that we might have.
So unless I get invited to the Red Letter Media office in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and secretly take pictures of these photographs, they'll probably be lost forever. Another image you've definitely seen before, and likely wondered where it came from, is this guy. Dubbed Lad E. Cheese, you would think that this was just an edit of this Chuck E. Cheese walkaround from around 1988. Well, what if I told you that Lad, as well as his accompanying song, was from an actual Cyberstar show tape? The second segment of the kids show tape from 1990, where the Pizza Time players sing their renditions of songs that Chucky's nephew, Colby Cheese, says are popular. And at the end, they sing a rendition of Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, a song from the 1964 movie Mary Poppins. And this happens.
Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave my nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a way to save my aching nose. The biggest way you ever heard, and this is how it goes.
I don't even know what's going on here. Maybe this is just what Colby Cheese looks like. YouTubers such as Thomas Big and Showbiz Pizza Master popularized this as a meme, but I'm pretty sure Thomas Big doesn't do Lad remixes anymore, so guess who's getting 2 Christmases? People's fear of clowns has always confused me. Clowns were always meant for comedy and whimsy, and this is literally me making this video. But seeing this photo, I'm starting to understand what they mean. Other than the fallacy birthday, this is probably the most widespread photo in this video. And believe it or not, but this is one of Aaron Fechter's creations. Originally, this was used as a greeter for the ever-elusive IAA PA Expo, but then after, it was used in a mall as an information booth. And I'm willing to bet you've heard that too many times. Well, I have a theory about this clown. The reason I can't drink orange Gatorade with a happy face, Uncle Clunk, was introduced in 1985, 1 year after the creepy clown was shown at the IAA PA Expo. And don't these fine gentlemen look a little similar? But that's just my theory. There aren't any photos of the clown's mech, so it both does and doesn't have the same mech as Clunk. I'm not really sure if this next one counts because it's a costumed character and not an actual animatronic, but this image of the Five Nights at Freddy's character Chica has always unnerved me. Have these characters somehow made their way into our mortal realm? But no. From September 30th to October 31st, 2016, the Five Nights at Freddy's Fright Dome was opened in Las Vegas, and was basically a horror attraction where you would walk through a maze decorated like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The costumes they made for this attraction are pretty much what I would expect a Fred Fazbear to look like in his physical form. This Chica is from the parts and service section of the attraction, and is probably one of my favorite images in general. One of my main inspirations as a YouTuber, Merch Review Springs, actually owns a reproduction of the Freddy from this attraction, as well as DeRegular Sauce, who actually makes the costumes for Five Nights at Freddy's now, I guess. Also, this was used in the FNAF 6 JT music video, if it seems familiar. And, again, if you want this for yourself, much like yours truly, there's an eBay listing for this costume, but it only has the product images from like a while ago, so it's probably a scam. But now with the Universal Studios FNAF Halloween Horror Nights experience, I'm worried that I will never be able to experience the Five Nights at Freddy's Fright Dome ever. On a lighter subject, literally, these surprisingly grim pictures of a burnt Rockafire explosion probably has the most misinformation I've seen this week, as I, as well as many others, likely heard that these were from a Kuwait showbiz pizza after it got bombed, which isn't true. But you know who said this? You won't believe me unless I show you.
So no animatronic puppets. In fact, it wasn't at Saudi, it was Kuwait at that time.
Kuwait.
But then Kuwait was bombed by one of the great other leaders of the Mid East, and they actually bombed our show. So you might see some pictures of the bombed out Kuwaiti Rockafire explosion online.
Really?
sometime.
Well, there was actually a Kuwait showbiz pizza place that did get bombed, but I'm pretty sure the stage was mostly intact. But I'm not entirely sure. Where these pictures actually come from is from Snap's Blast from the Past Museum, a museum for 80s pop culture and the private collection of Snapper art. Snap would modify elements of his show, though the main one was that he put a Halloween fog machine in Fatz's Toon Machine. But while programming a new show for tomorrow, he forgot to turn off the fog machine and went to go eat dinner, and came back to this. Thankfully though, the fire only caused cosmetic damage to the characters because metal, and Chris Thrash was put up to the task of restoring these characters, but I can't really find what they look like now, so they're probably just rotting in a shed somewhere. But Snap did keep his beach bear, and look at him now! This last one's actually the only one on this list that scares me. Though, that's not saying much when Family Guy Clifford the Big Red Dog scares me, and famous botanist Julian Reverchon scare me. And if you have a problem with water bigger than like a bowl of soup, just skip this one. But just look at this. It's horrifying. This type of stuff doesn't usually scare me, but this just gets under my skin. But what is this exactly? Well, this is an animatronic of a bunyip. Bertha the Bunyip. A bunyip is a mythological creature much like the Loch Ness Monster or Mothman. This also could be classified as a cryptid, but Slenderman could also be classified by that, so no. This animatronic can be found in Murray's Bridge, a town in Australia. Bertha used to have a son before the surgery, but I think he died or something. But thankfully, she's looking a lot less scary as of whenever her son got taken away. And if this scares you too, you might have something called submechanophobia, but that's something for a completely other day. And these were basically all the ones I found. I'm sure you already knew about most of these, but if you liked this, please let me know. There were a couple that I wanted to talk about, but couldn't find any information about, but also some that I didn't include because they were a little problematic. So if I find more information, and my morals get worse, there might be a part 2. And if you really like this, then please consider subscribing. I have a bunch of videos that I'm really excited to make for this summer, and I hope you get to see them. Speaking of my next video, unless I forgot again, like this month and last month, my next video should be about the son, or little brother, of everybody's favorite purple guy. or an hour-long deep dive on the Joey Room. Also, sorry that this video took way too long to come out. The end of April and the beginning of May were really rough for me, but it's over now, I think. And as always, I don't currently have the power to see what time it is, so just have a good time and happy summer!